President Marcos na pinasabog sa Paway Ilocos. It was made in 1977 but was not finished until 1979 kasi si Henry Bonoan is namatay going to that workplace, nahulog siya sa bangin. So yung bus na yung pinasabog during that EDSA revolution. And ginawa niya din yung sa Mapua, sa AIP, mga sinahan. So it's a very rare na architectural work na nagka-carve siya sa mga schools. So something very exclusive. Punta ka ng library namin, that's the only remaining structure when we transferred here in the year 1954. Ang library, pagpasok mo, may dalawang report. Yung report yun, it's a white bust of Manuel Quezon, ang manang wikang pambansa, si Rizal, our national hero. But for so long, di namin alam kung sino gumawa. So ang ginawa ko, inakyat ko, kinausap ko, hindi, tinignan ko, I measure, you know what, if you did part of being an architect, you would be parang a detective, diba? That's one thing that I really love the most. Sinukat namin is we found out that particular image or sculpture was made by Mr. Arcaido. But who is Arcaido? Arcaido is a student of the one who made the oblation in UP, si Guillermo Tolentino. So he's Arcaido. Arcaido is the one nag-ubad and siya yung model ng oblation ng pag-ubad, diba? So he was nominated for National Artist Prize, but he didn't win, diba? So those are the works. We have Amor Solo, we have Abueva, dalawang Amor Solo, Eugenio Bono, and we have Mr. Arcaido. And those are our national artworks na hindi mo makikita sa ibang campuses or events sa isang museum. So that's it.
It's a bit unfortunate po na there's a lot of historical like mga structures po na nahanap here sa UNC. Pero more often than not, they're overlooked by some people kasi isip nila na parang hindi naman either hindi legit or hindi authentic or sadyang wala for decorative purposes lang. And likewise po, here po sa museum, how often po yung mga tao nag-visit? Yung mga students?
Again, the problem here is that very few love museums, just to be honest with you. That's why we wanted to create something different for the students. Kasi typical kasi is that I think it's known for us na pag bumisita kasi sa museum, pag bumisita ka the next day, parehas ang setup, diba? So what we're doing with my volunteers, I have with me 6 architecture, 2 architecture, 4 na interior design. So what we're doing on a quarterly basis, we change the collection. The museum before was twice the size of the building. So what happens that, syempre, sobrang tagal na nasira yung mga collections, nawala. And we were transferred here during the pandemic. So we have to make use of the craft space. So madami tayong collection, we have 2 pang storage. So the purpose is to really create something different. If you're asking on the traffic, mahina. Kasi nga, konti lang talaga has the love for history, love for art. So, yun, very few. That's why very thankful kami with schools like UNISCAS coming to visit the UNC. So we're doing creative activities like we are showing 8mm films. If you're familiar with 8mm films, yung wala pang sound. So we're restoring 8mm films na mga luma pa siya, so inaayos namin siya. Even the machines, we partnered with Cruz and Manila to come over just to restore some of the 8mm films. We have Tennis Actors School. It's a night at the museum, or it's a campus tour na umiikot kami sa campus from 9 to 10 ng gabi. And we talk about creepy tales about UNC.
Urban legends.
Mga urban legends na pinag-TV nurse. We usually start at the balete. Meron kaming balete dito na very precious sa amin. That's where we start the tour. So, iniikot kami, usually 10 lamang every Friday ng gabi, they pay 50 pesos. So, imagine magbabayad ka ng 50 pesos, tatakutin ka namin. And we usually end up, nawawala na yung mga kasama namin kasi nagtatakbuhan na sila. What we're doing this is because UNC is sort of a horror school, just like Ateneo. Ateneo was the Fort Santiago of the Bicol region. That's where the Japanese, or the Americans, the Philippines were imprisoned and tortured. Same with UNC. UNC was then a place during the war. So dito nagpatayan, dito masaya. This area was also a slavery area. In history is that itong area in Santa Cruz where UNC was located was the slavery trade. People from the Congo dinadala dito. So dito sila binibenta kung saan ang pagtitrip ng slavery during the 1800s. So yun, very thankful. And kami na meron tayong mga significant historical background or stories na pwede natin ma-share sa estudyante na alam naman natin pag sinabi ng horror, yung mga sila yung tuwang-tuwa. Diba? So that's what we're doing. Just to encourage students to come over.
Para more relatable.
Yes,
And ano po, you mentioned before about how pinalipat ko kayo dito because of the pandemic. So, medyo meet yung space niyo. Likewise po, nang nagdaan po na ba yung history, is there any like, mga damage po? Like, mga attacks or buildings?
Puso ko lang. Hindi, walang damage. Let's say kasi nasa taas tayo. But meron kasi kami bodega na dalawa. And the other one, medyo nabasa siya. But I guess it's a blessing. Sabi ko nga sa meeting is that all offices has losses. But the museum has a gain. Why? Walang kuryente, walang internet. So ginawa ko, I cleaned the bodega. And I found this dalawang libro. It's Tomo 1, Tomo 2, or Volume 1, Volume 2 in English. It's a poem. It's a poem book rather na gawa ni Torquato Tasso. Torquato Tasso is a famous Italian poet in the 15th century. It's an 1855. An 1855, imagine 1855. It's 2 volumes. And it's written in Italian, so I had to translate it. Hirap, diba, to translate. But when I look on the internet, the book that particular was auctioned in Sotheby's. Sotheby's is one of the world renowned auction house in the world in New York. And you know what? Items being sold in Sotheby's, hindi siya, it's worth millions. Remember yung latest auction, yung Saki, na nakatape? It was sold sa isang owner ng cryptocurrency, di ba? But, meron pala tayo dito, and I'm looking on the value around 1.6 to 1.8 million of one particular book. So, meron dalawa na dito, na sabi ko nga sa mga estudyante, pag nakita mo sa Sir Pao, meron bagong concept. Meron ako nabenta. Kasi why? Is that ang namin natin collection na that was not properly recorded. Because ang hirap ang pagiging isang curator. You have to be well-versed with history. You have to be well-versed with design. I don't have any idea when it comes to design. I didn't finish architecture, interior design. But I just got it from, probably my dad was an architect. My sister is an architect. So parang, I was a graduate of your school. Yung sister ko, architect din siya. Tagal na. But, siguro doon, learning from my sister and my papa, siguro that's one thing na nakuha namin. So we are designing different museums, like we're designing the Fuentevendia Museum, we design offices at the university. Recently, the conference room, the resource center, and other offices. Recently, we're invited to design the law office. So that's one thing na namin, na okay, it's something na beyond the burden of curriculum. So, yun doon, during the typhoon, kaya ang dami nagkapagawa sa amin ng design kasi yung mga offices nila nasira. But from our end, lesson learned din sa amin yun. So the team's designing something na would make it more in the near future pag bumaha. Paano ba natin mas madali masasalit yung mga gamit? So I am discussing it with the team. Anong gagawin natin dito? One particular office? Anong gagawin natin dito sa designing? So may third-year architecture students are really good at designing. They really come up with ideas with the help of proper research.
So it's a bit of a silver lining na rin po na...
Yes po, talaga. Nalabaha. Oo, nabagyan talaga. Sabi ko nga sa kanila, we should be very thankful. Yeah. Despite of the typhoon, we were able to gather and read. importante is that sabi nga nila, sabi ni Sir Ampet Ocampo, for us to learn properly yung mga collections natin, we should always base it on record. Pag hindi siya based on record, walang papeles, walang dokumento, it's pure chismis. For it to become a history, dapat meron yung dokumento. So, yung ginawa mo namin, nag-aral kami, binasa mo namin, kahit iba-ibang lingwahe siya, ng Spanish, naka-Italian, or sobrang lalim ng mga Tagalog. We were actually reading a 1902 excuse letter. Imagine, a 1902 Tagalog excuse letter. So yun, it's a blessing in disguise sa akin.
Final question ako. Is there anything that you want to say to like potential visitors so that they'd be more encouraged?
Siguro, create that attitude na, start it in your own simple way. Look back. Importante kasi if you don't have really that passion, ang hirap sa isang individual. You can invite them to visit the museum, but you know what? Meron kami mga bisita dito, sobrang liit. Took them 30 minutes to 1 hour just to roam around. And we were surprised when I asked them, sabi nila is that they really wanted, sabi nga hindi ko namin yung data collection. It's true. Because each of the collections that we have hold history. So, importante lang talaga na we should start it from ourselves. We need to enrich ourselves. We're all from Naga, but we don't know the history of Naga. It's just like selling yourself. You should know first. Pag umikot ka ng Naga, only a very few knows about heritage and history. It's a challenge for architecture students. That's why yung mga pupunta dito, I always ask them, if you know your history, if you know your